Meet Margaret, a vibrant 68-year-old from Boston. For most of her life, she never said no to family, friends, even acquaintances. But when a sudden health scare put her in the hospital, Margaret realized she had to start protecting her well-being. This isn't just her story, it's the reality for so many of us over 50. Did you know that nearly 45% of Americans aged 65 and older experience social burden stress? The truth is, learning to set boundaries, what we call being cold, isn't about being unfriendly. It's about self-care and preserving your energy for the things that matter most. Let us know in the comments, where are you watching from? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a video. Now, let's dive into the first and most important boundary to set: financial discussions. The power of saying no to financial discussions. As we grow older, financial matters often become a delicate topic. For many seniors, these discussions can bring about feelings of vulnerability, as they navigate a stage of life where income is usually fixed and financial stability is paramount. Yet, it's common for well-meaning family members, friends, or even acquaintances to ask questions about retirement funds, savings, or Social Security benefits. While these inquiries might come from a place of curiosity or concern, they can also create discomfort and, in some cases, open the door to exploitation. Did you know that seniors in the U.S. lose an estimated $3 billion annually to financial scams and abuse? This startling statistic underlines the importance of protecting our financial boundaries. Allowing unrestricted access to such personal information, even unintentionally, can make seniors targets for fraud or undue influence. This is why learning to say no to financial discussions is not just a skill, it's a necessity. Imagine this. You're at a family gathering and a relative casually asks, "How much do you get from Social Security these days?" It's a seemingly innocent question, but answering it could lead to assumptions, judgment, or even inappropriate requests. Instead of feeling pressured, you can respond with a kind but firm deflection. "Oh, I'd rather not get into numbers, but everything is going fine. Thank you for asking." This approach maintains politeness while clearly establishing a boundary. Another scenario might involve a close friend asking about your retirement savings. It's tempting to overshare, especially with someone you trust. But remember that sharing too much can inadvertently lead to complications. A simple response like, "I've planned carefully and I feel comfortable with where things are," shifts the focus without revealing unnecessary details. According to financial advisor Karen Bloom, it's critical for seniors to have prepared responses for such situations. Think of boundary setting as a tool for empowerment, she explains. By deciding in advance how you'll handle intrusive questions, you're taking control of your financial narrative. By understanding the importance of financial privacy and practicing polite deflection, you can navigate these conversations with confidence. Now that we've explored protecting your financial boundaries, let's transition to another significant area where saying no can be empowering: your relationship with adult children. Second, setting boundaries with adult children. Modern family dynamics in America can be both a source of joy and, at times, a challenge for older adults. With adult children often juggling their own responsibilities, including work, parenting, and household duties, it's not uncommon for seniors to become an unintentional part of the equation. While helping out is natural and often fulfilling, it's equally important to set boundaries to maintain your independence and well-being. One of the most common challenges seniors face with their adult children is unsolicited advice. While their intentions might be good, hearing repeated suggestions about your health, finances, or lifestyle can feel overwhelming and even a bit patronizing. Similarly, the expectation to step in as a full-time babysitter for grandchildren can create strain, especially when your time, energy, or health doesn't align with those demands. Consider the story of David, a retired teacher from Chicago. When David's daughter had her second child, she asked him to babysit 5 days a week while she returned to work. Though he adored his grandchildren, the long hours left him exhausted and unable to pursue his hobbies. At first, David felt guilty for wanting to say no, but after a heart-to-heart conversation, he explained his needs. He now babysits twice a week, and his relationship with his daughter has improved because of this mutual understanding. This situation highlights the sandwich generation phenomenon, a term used to describe adults who are caring for both their children and their aging parents. While it's natural to want to help, overextending yourself can lead to burnout and strain the relationship. Setting clear, respectful boundaries can ensure your well-being while allowing your family to find other solutions. When dealing with these scenarios, having a few practical phrases ready can help ease the conversation. For instance, if an adult child offers unsolicited advice about your health, you might respond with, "I appreciate your concern, but I've got this covered." If babysitting requests feel overwhelming, try saying, "I love spending time with the kids, but I also need to take care of myself. Let's work together to find a balance." Setting boundaries with your adult children doesn't mean you love them any less. It means you're valuing yourself. Once these boundaries are in place, you'll find more time and energy to focus on the things that truly bring you joy. Speaking of balance, let's explore another crucial area where boundaries matter: managing health-related expectations. 3. Managing health-related boundaries. As we age, it becomes essential to recognize and respect our physical and mental limits. However, admitting these boundaries, both to ourselves and to others, can feel difficult. Many seniors grew up with a strong sense of responsibility, often placing others' needs above their own. But when it comes to managing your health, setting clear boundaries is an act of self-preservation, not selfishness. One critical reality is accepting physical limitations. Tasks that once felt effortless, like moving heavy furniture or climbing ladders, may now pose a significant risk. According to recent studies, nearly 1/3 of adults aged 65 and older suffer injuries from falls each year, often due to overexertion or attempting tasks beyond their current abilities. While it's tempting to push through or prove you can still do it all, acknowledging your limits can prevent these potentially life-altering accidents. For example, consider the common situation of being asked to help with physically demanding tasks, such as organizing a family garage or lifting items during a move. Instead of saying yes out of habit, try responses like, "I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable doing that anymore. Can I help find someone else who can assist?" This shifts the responsibility without compromising your health. Equally important is protecting your mental well-being. Stress and anxiety often creep in when seniors feel pressured to meet others' expectations or maintain a pace they can no longer sustain. This can be especially challenging when friends or family fail to recognize these internal struggles. Establishing boundaries, such as setting limits on the time you dedicate to certain activities, allows you to prioritize rest, hobbies, and relaxation. Key elements of preserving mental health. Healthcare professionals consistently emphasize the importance of listening to your body. Dr. Linda Carter, a geriatric specialist, notes, "Seniors who set firm health-related boundaries not only reduce their risk of physical injuries, but also improve their overall quality of life. Saying no when needed is a vital aspect of staying healthy and independent. By acknowledging your limitations and communicating them effectively, you're taking a proactive step towards safeguarding your health." Once you've mastered managing these physical and mental boundaries, it's time to consider another area where boundaries are crucial: navigating the pressures of social media and technology. 4. Social media and technology boundaries. The digital age has brought incredible opportunities to connect, learn, and engage, but it's also created unique pressures for seniors. For many, social media platforms and constant digital communication can feel overwhelming. From staying updated on family events to avoiding scams and misinformation, navigating this new world often requires a thoughtful approach. One common challenge is the expectation to be always available online. Family and friends may expect immediate responses to texts or emails, and the constant flow of updates can lead to feelings of pressure or even anxiety. While staying connected is important, it's equally vital to set limits that protect your time and energy. Take the story of Sarah, a 72-year-old retiree who initially embraced social media to keep in touch with her grandchildren. Over time, however, Sarah found herself spending hours scrolling through posts and feeling increasingly anxious about misinformation she encountered. She decided to set boundaries. She limited her screen time to 1 hour each evening and focused only on platforms that added real value to her life. With this change, Sarah felt more in control and enjoyed her online interactions much more. One of the biggest concerns for seniors online is the risk of scams and misinformation. Cyber criminals often target older adults with phishing emails, fraudulent ads, or fake social media accounts. To protect yourself, it's important to stay cautious and informed. Never share personal or financial information through unsolicited messages, and double-check sources before believing or sharing news. Practical tips for maintaining digital well-being include designating specific times for checking your devices, using privacy settings on social media accounts, and installing trusted security software. If you feel overwhelmed, don't hesitate to ask a tech-savvy family member or friend for help. They'll likely be glad to assist. By setting healthy online boundaries, you can enjoy the benefits of technology without the stress. As we've seen, managing digital engagement is just as important as managing real-world interactions. Speaking of which, let's turn our attention to another key area for boundaries: fostering meaningful connections within your community and social circle. 5. Community and social circle management. As we move through different stages of life, our social circles naturally evolve. For seniors, prioritizing quality over quantity in relationships becomes essential. It's not about the number of friends or activities, but about nurturing connections that bring joy, support, and understanding. By choosing meaningful interactions and setting boundaries, you can create a fulfilling and balanced social life. One common challenge lies in managing obligations within church groups, volunteer organizations, or community events. These activities often provide purpose and belonging, but they can also become overwhelming if you feel compelled to say yes to every request. For instance, being asked to chair a committee or organize a recurring event might be flattering, but it's okay to decline if it feels too demanding. A polite response like, "I appreciate the offer, but I need to focus on other commitments right now," helps you maintain control of your time without alienating others. In retirement communities, the dynamics of living close to peers can be both a blessing and a challenge. While daily interactions foster camaraderie, they can also blur personal boundaries. It's important to establish limits early, whether it's about sharing personal space, lending items, or participating in group activities. Being clear and consistent helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures a positive environment for everyone. Research consistently highlights the link between social well-being and health in seniors. Studies show that older adults with strong, supportive relationships have lower rates of depression, better cognitive health, and even longer life expectancy. However, the key is balance, avoiding overcommitment while nurturing the connections that matter most. Building meaningful connections doesn't always mean expanding your social circle. Sometimes it's about deepening existing relationships. Take time to call an old friend, schedule a coffee date, or join a small group with shared interests. Engaging in activities that genuinely bring you happiness can lead to richer, more satisfying relationships. By choosing intentional connections and setting boundaries in your social and community life, you create space for the relationships and activities that truly enhance your well-being. As we've explored the importance of social boundaries, let's shift our focus to a critical topic: staying calm and prepared during emergency situations. 6. Emergency situations. Staying calm and protected. Life is unpredictable, and emergencies can arise when we least expect them. For seniors, staying calm and prepared in such situations is especially important to ensure safety and minimize stress. Whether it's a medical scare, a home accident, or a natural disaster, having a plan in place and responding with a measured approach can make all the difference. Common scenarios include falls, sudden illnesses, or being caught in extreme weather events. Each of these situations requires quick thinking, but also a sense of calm. Panic can lead to poor decisions, so the key is to stay composed and focus on the steps needed to secure help. For example, if you experience a fall, staying still and assessing for injuries before attempting to move can prevent further harm. The Thompson family story offers a valuable lesson in preparedness. When Mary Thompson, 74, experienced chest pain late one night, her husband, Bill, didn't panic. He referred to the emergency response plan they had created together. He called 911, provided clear information to the dispatcher, and ensured Mary's medical records were ready for the paramedics. Because of his calm and prepared actions, Mary received timely treatment and made a full recovery. Their experience underscores the importance of having a plan and knowing how to implement it. Expert advice from geriatric care managers emphasizes the value of planning ahead. The more prepared you are, the less overwhelming an emergency becomes, explains Lisa Gordon, a specialist in senior care. She recommends keeping an accessible list of emergency contacts, having medications organized, and ensuring that a friend or family member knows where to find your important documents. Creating an emergency response plan is straightforward but crucial. Start by identifying potential risks in your home and taking steps to mitigate them, such as installing grab bars or ensuring smoke detectors are functional. Keep a phone or emergency device within reach at all times, and make sure your loved ones know how to assist in urgent situations. By staying prepared and maintaining a calm mindset, you can face emergencies with confidence and control. With these measures in place, you're empowered to protect yourself and those you care about. As we wrap up, let's reflect on how boundaries in every aspect of life contribute to your well-being and independence. Throughout this journey, we've explored the importance of setting boundaries, whether it's protecting your finances, navigating relationships with adult children, managing your health, balancing technology use, fostering meaningful social connections, or staying prepared for emergencies. Each boundary you set strengthens your independence and enhances your well-being. Remember, prioritizing yourself isn't selfish. It's an act of self-care that allows you to live a fuller, happier life. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What boundaries have made a difference in your life? Share your experiences in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Golden Heart advice.